Hello everyone, welcome to the Fundamental Pharmacy, all GPAT Niper DI Pharmacist aspirants. Again, I have come up with a new video for you, that is Cracker MCQ series part 7, and you know that we are taking a Cracker MCQ series. This video is going to be very important, useful and knowledge oriented. So those who are preparing for GPAT 2021, it's my humble request to them, please watch the complete video because this video is going to be very useful, knowledge oriented for you. Okay, and one more request, if you think the content of video is very good, then please hit the like to the video, share the video with your friends, subscribe the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that whenever I will upload a new video on our channel, you will get an instant notification of that. So without wasting time, I would like to start the session. First question of today's video is, all are selective benzodiazepine GABA receptor agonist hypnotics except, the word you have to remember, the word except. Okay, let's see your options. Your options are diazepam, oxazepam, lorazepam and zolpidem. Okay, so all are selective benzodiazepines GABA receptor agonist hypnotics except option A diazepam, option B oxazepam, option C lorazepam, option D zolpidem. Here in this case your option D is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. How? I will explain, don't worry. In the question they are asking all are benzodiazepine derivative except, that means which one is a not benzodiazepine derivative. So your zolpidem is not a benzodiazepine derivative. How? I will explain. Okay, so zolpidem, so they are known as a Z drugs. Okay, they are new sedative hypnotics drugs and they are known as a Z drugs. Drugs like zolpidem, zaleplone, then zopiclone. These three drugs, zolpidem, zaleplone, zopiclone, these three drugs are known as a Z agents and they don't have any structural similarity to the benzodiazepines. Okay, so benzodiazepines, they will have structural similarity amongst them. All benzodiazepine drugs, they will have common skeleton. These Z drugs, they do not belong to benzodiazepine category. That's why they are known as a Z drugs. Okay, they have significant advantages over the benzodiazepines. Okay, every information regarding all options. Okay, so that at least 2 or 3 more questions will be covered in this question. Okay, diazepam, oxazepam, lorazepam, all these are the benzodiazepine derivatives. Okay, so what is the first agent from benzodiazepine category? That is nothing but the chlordiazeperoxide. Okay, remember, chlordiazeperoxide is the first agent from benzodiazepine category. Okay, chlordiazeperoxide is metabolized in the body to form a diazepam. So you can call diazepam as a active metabolite of chlordiazeperoxide. Okay, first question is covered. Now diazepam itself in the body is converted into 3 metabolites. Diazepam itself in the body after metabolism is converted into desmethyldiazepam, then oxazepam and temazepam. Okay, so both all 3 are the active metabolite of diazepam. Okay, second question covered. Okay, third question. So diazepam is a drug of choice in the status epilepticus. Remember, diazepam is a drug of choice in the status epilepticus. Okay, all the benzodiazepines, they are selective GABA A receptor agonist. That means they will potentiate the action of GABA. And what is the role of GABA? GABA is nothing but the gamma aminobutyric acid. It is a inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain. Okay, so whatever the agonist, those agonists will act as a GABA agonist. They will, what will they do? They will open the chloride ion channel. And they will increase the influx of chloride ion channel. Okay, they will increase the entry of chloride ion intracellularly inside the cell, and you know in the nerve cell there is a negative potential inside the cell, minus 70 millivolt. Okay, there is a again entry of chloride that will hyperpolarize the nerve and that will lead to inhibitory effect. Okay, so that is nothing but the how they will act. All benzodiazepine derivative, they will act as a GABA A receptor agonist. Okay, now your fourth question covered. Now your fifth question, structural similarity between diazepam, oxazepam and lorazepam. Okay, now structural similarity, you know diazepam has a methyl group on nitrogen atom. Okay, that is nitrogen 1. So there is a methyl group on nitrogen atom. In case of oxazepam, there is no methyl group on nitrogen atom, and there is an additional hydroxyl group on second carbon atom. Okay, that's why that is known as the oxa. Oxa means hydroxyl group, oxazepam. Okay, let's come to the lorazepam. So what is the structure of lorazepam? Lorazepam, you can remember a structure. It's a trick. There is a two chlorine atoms in the structure in case of lorazepam. Okay, so first chlorine will be at 7 position, and second chlorine will be at on the benzene ring present at the 5 position. Okay, that is the lorazepam. So lorazepam and oxazepam have a similar structure, except lorazepam has a 2 chlorine molecules in the structure. Okay, and you know that Z drugs, I have already discussed about the Z drugs. So Z drugs is nothing but zolpidem, zaleplone, zopiclone. All these are the non-benzodiazepine derivative, but they selectively bind to the same benzodiazepine receptors. Okay, that is known as nothing but GABA A. Okay, alpha subunit of GABA A. So zolpidem or Z agents, they are not a benzodiazepine, but they will act as a GABA A receptor agonist. Okay, is that clear? ये एक ही क्वेश्चन में आपके 5 या 6 क्वेश्चन कवर हो चुके हैं ऑलरेडी. ओके, नाउ लेट्स टेक नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Which one is a peaceful sleep? Okay, which one is a peaceful sleep? Your options are NREM sleep, option B REM sleep, option C both, option D none of the above. Okay, so in case of this question, your answer is option A, NREM sleep, that is non-rapid eye movement sleep. So there are two types of sleep in humans. Okay, so first one is REM sleep, that is a rapid eye movement, and second one is a NREM sleep, that is a non-rapid eye movement. Okay, in case of REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, so that is a not a peaceful sleep. There is involvement of rapid movement of eyeball, are not fully in the sleep, in the REM sleep, and most of the dreams they will come in the REM sleep. Okay, second question cover. Dreaming occurs in a REM sleep, not in a NREM sleep. Okay, so NREM sleep is a non-rapid eye movement sleep. It is a peaceful sleep. Okay, and again NREM sleep has a 4 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. So here your 3 questions are covered. Okay, so here in case of this peaceful sleep question, your option A is the correct answer. Now we will take a next question. So what is next question? Anterograde amnesia. Anterograde amnesia, Gajni problem can occurs with the use of. Your options are benzodiazepines, barbiturates, antihistaminic drug, and none of the above. Okay, so in this case your correct answer is benzodiazepines. So anterograde amnesia is the adverse effect of benzodiazepine. It happens with the benzodiazepines. So what do you mean by amnesia itself? Amnesia means loss of memory. Okay, so amnesia means loss of memory, and anterograde amnesia means sudden loss of memory and sudden again regain of memory. That is known as anterograde amnesia. So you might have seen the Bollywood movie Gajni. In that, the actor Amir Khan used to have this problem. Anterograde amnesia means he used to lose the memory for specific time, and then again his memory comes. That is nothing but the anterograde amnesia. Okay, so this is the adverse effect of benzodiazepine. Okay, so we'll see what are the different adverse effects of benzodiazepines. So obviously, as they are the sedative hypnotics, their dose dependent adverse effect will be. So sedation will be the adverse effect, sleepiness, impaired reflex reactions similar to alcohol. Again, rebound anxiety. I will explain this. What is rebound anxiety? So rebound anxiety means use of these benzodiazepines for anxiety problem. You are using benzodiazepines for anxiety problem, and after stopping this drug you again get anxiety. That is nothing but the regain of or rebound of anxiety. I will explain this term with again another example. So you might have heard the term your acidity. In case of if you have acidity, even you are using, most of you have used Eno powder, Eno bulbule for the acidity. So what happens if you use Eno bulbule for the acidity or Eno powder to the acidity? So Eno powder will instantly neutralize your acid, no doubt about it. Okay, it will instantly neutralize your acid. But what happens if you use regularly Eno? Then there is a rebound acidity. The acidity problem will come again. If you don't use the drug, then acidity problem will come again. There is a drawback of that is rebound acid. So we'll see another what are the different adverse effect of benzodiazepine. So sedation is the adverse effect, rebound anxiety is the adverse effect, amnesia, that means loss of memory, anterograde amnesia, that is a short term memory loss, that is a Ghazni problem. Okay, again dissociation and tolerance, these are the adverse effect of your benzodiazepines. What are the different uses of benzodiazepines now? What are the different uses of? So benzodiazepines, they are used as a hypnotic, okay, to treat the insomnia. Insomnia means, what is insomnia? Insomnia means lack of sleep. So to induce the sleep, they are also used as anti-anxiety agent, anxiolytics. They are also used as a tranquilizer. They are anti-convulsant also, and they will also have a few muscle relaxant property. Okay, so those are the uses of benzodiazepines. Okay, your antihistaminic drug, in this case you just have to remember the most common adverse effect of antihistaminic drug is a sedation. Okay, what are the different sleep disorders? So insomnia means lack of sleep. If you are not getting a sleep, that is known as insomnia. Okay, then again there is one disorder of sleep known as a narcolepsy. What is narcolepsy? Uncontrolled random sleep attacks. There is one movie in the south, I didn't remember the name of that movie, but the actor in that movie, he used to have narcolepsy means कोई ट्रिगरिंग फैक्टर होता है तो आप सो जाते हो, दैट इज नथिंग बट द नार्कोलेप्सी. ठीक है, सडन अटैक ऑफ स्लीप, दैट इज अ नार्कोलेप्सी. देन अगेन नाइट टेरर्स, sleep paralysis, all these are the sleep disorders. Okay, so we have already covered your at least 4 question in this. So what is next question? True statement about the Flumazenil. Your options are antidote for benzodiazepine. It competitively blocks or binds to the benzodiazepine receptors. It can reverse the sedation of benzodiazepine, and all of the above. So in this case your answer is all of the above. Okay, so I think we have already discussed about the Flumazenil. It is a specific antidote for benzodiazepine poisoning. It is a competitive antagonist to the benzodiazepine receptor. It can reverse all the actions of benzodiazepine, but it has a short duration of action. That's why you have to use repeated doses. You have to use in a repeated doses. आपको थोड़ा सा repeat dose में इसको use करना पड़ता है Flumazenil. ठीक है, now we will see the next question. Drug automatism. Drug automatism is a problem with the use of. Drug automatism is a problem with the use of. Your options are barbiturates, benzodiazepines, succinamides, and hydantoins. In this case, your correct answer is option A. That is nothing but the barbiturates. So drug automatism is a problem with use of barbiturates. What is drug automatism? I will explain. So drug automatism means what? I will explain. So if you are taking a drug for a particular condition, the drug is able to produce a drowsiness, amnesia. Okay, then in that case what happens? You forget whether you have taken a dose of the drug or not. Okay, and you try to take again and again, repeatedly taking of doses. Okay, अगर कोई किसी चीज के लिए आपको ड्रग प्रेस्क्राइब किया है और वो ड्रग अगर अमनेसिया करता है या फिर ड्राउजीनेस करता है तो आप भूल जाते हो, मतलब फॉरगेटफुलनेस विल बी देयर. ठीक है, आप भूल जाते हो कि आपने डोज लिया या नहीं लिया. तो आपने लिया भी है फिर भी आप भूल जाते हो कि डोज लिया था, फिर से आप डोज लेते हो. दैट इज नोन एज अ ड्रग ऑटोमेटिज्म. Again and again repeated taking of dosage of drug, that is nothing but the drug automatism. This is with the barbiturates. So barbiturates causes drowsiness, confusion, and amnesia, that is the inability to remember the events during the drug action. Okay, so for example, if your physician has prescribed you a phenobarbital, you have taken a dose of evening में आपने phenobarbital ले लिया, लेकिन इसमें क्या होगा कि आप भूल जाओगे कि आपने टैबलेट ली बोल के. सो फिनोबार्बिटोन की टैबलेट आपने ली या आप भूल जाओगे और फिर से आप टैबलेट हो गए, और फिर से आप भूल जाओगे कि आपने लिया, फिर से आप लोगे, तो उसको बोलते हैं ड्रग ऑटोमेटिज्म. ओके, पेशेंट टेक द ड्रग रिपीटेडली एंड thus poison himself. This phenomenon is nothing but the drug automatism, and this occurs with the clear barbiturate is the answer. Now we will see what are the adverse effects of barbiturates, so that will cover your second question. So drowsiness, impaired concentration, mental and physical sluggishness, again drug hangover, feeling of tiredness after patient awake. Okay, and again these barbiturates are CYP450 enzyme inducers, so it will accelerate the metabolism of other drugs. Okay, so now we'll take next question. So next question is sleepwalking, nightmare, night terror can be treated with. Okay, and your options are anticonvulsant, antidepressants, then mood evaluators, sedative hypnotics. Okay, so sleepwalking, nightmare, night terror can be treated with option A anticonvulsant, option B antidepressants, option C sedative hypnotics, option D mood elevators. Okay, elevators. So what do you mean by sleepwalking, nightmares and night terrors? So in this case your correct answer is option C sedative hypnotics. How I will explain. So sleepwalking means what? If anybody is able to walk in the sleep, कि नींद में अगर कोई चलता है तो उसको बोलते हैं स्लीप वॉकिंग. Then what do you mean by nightmare? Nightmare means bad dreams. Okay, so if you are getting a dreams and particularly bad dreams, that is nothing but the nightmare. अगर आपको बहुत ही दर्दनाक बुरा सपना आता है तो उसको बोलते हैं nightmare. Okay, what do you mean by night terror? Sudden terrible short term dream. Okay, अगर आपको कोई एक कुछ सेकंड के लिए आपको खतरनाक सपना आता है, मतलब किसने आपको सपने में गोली मार दी, चोटी से नीचे गिरा दिया, that is nothing but the night terror. And this night terrors mostly occurs in the girls or the childs. Okay, so जो छोटे बच्चे होते हैं वो अचानक से रात में नींद से उठते हैं और रोने लगते हैं, अचानक से उनको कुछ ना कुछ होता है. So that is nothing but the night terror. और ये क्यों होते हैं sleepwalking, nightmare, night terror? Maybe because of incomplete sleep. आपने अगर completely अच्छी नींद नहीं ली है तो इसके कारण ये होता है sleepwalking, nightmare, night terror. अगेन ये क्यों होता है कि आप अगर दिन भर कोई चीज सोचते हो उसके बारे में भी होता है. अगर किसी चीज के बारे में आप डीपली थिंकिंग करते हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने एक आधी मूवी देखी, उसमें देखा आपने कि विलन कितना दर्दनाक है, कितना क्रूएल है, तो उसके भी चांसेस होते हैं कि वो आपको सपने में आ जाए. So in this case sleepwalking, nightmare, night terror, they are treated with sedative hypnotics. Okay, so mild sedative दिया आपको तो ये सब ड्रीम्स वगैरह आपको आते ही नहीं. ओके, सो एंटी कन्वर्जेंट किसके लिए यूज करते हैं? एंटी कन्वर्जेंट दे आर यूज टू ट्रीट द वेरियस टाइप ऑफ कन्वर्जेंस. सो एंटी डिप्रेसेंट दे आर यूज टू ट्रीट द डिप्रेशन. ओके, मूड एलिवेटर्स अगेन दे आर आल्सो यूज टू ट्रीट सम सॉर्ट ऑफ डिप्रेशन टू इंक्रीज योर मूड. ओके, सो इस क्वेश्चन में भी आपके 2-3 क्वेश्चन कवर हो गए. लेट्स टेक नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज टॉनिक क्लोनिक कन्वर्जन, tongue biting, incontinence and frothing are characteristics of, and your options are grand mal or major epilepsy, B petit mal epilepsy, C partial seizure, D cortical or focal epilepsy. In this case your answer is option A, grand mal epilepsy. Okay, so tonic clonic conversion, tongue biting, incontinence and frothing characteristics of your grand mal or major epilepsy. Okay, so there are different type of epilepsy: generalized seizures, cortical seizures. Okay, so in case of generalized seizure there are also different types like tonic seizure, clonic seizure, then absence seizure, etc. In case of cortical or focal seizure, so there are also different types. Okay, in case of cortical seizures there is an involvement of specific area of brain, specific hemisphere of the cerebrum. So if your seizure is oriented in various specific area, that is known as a cortical focal epilepsy. Okay, and if there is an involvement of like convulsion, tongue biting, then your tonic movement, clonic movement, incontinence, frothing, that is nothing but the grand mal epilepsy or major epilepsy. Okay, so there are two types of seizures: generalized seizures and partial seizures. So in case of generalized seizure, so they are produced in the entire brain. There is a continuous firing of neuron in the brain. That is nothing but the generalized seizure. Okay, so in that there is a subtypes like grand mal seizure, then absence seizure, myoclonic seizure, tonic seizure, clonic seizure, atonic seizure. Okay, in case of grand mal, unconsciousness will be there, convulsions will be there, muscular rigidity will be there, frothing will be there, tongue biting will be there, incontinence means unable to urinate. These symptoms will be there in case of grand mal epilepsy. In case of absence seizure, there will be only loss of unconsciousness. There will be loss of consciousness. So the patient will become unconscious, but there is no involvement of tonic-clonic seizures. So in case of clonic, repetitive jerky movements will be there. In patient with tonic seizures, there will be repetitive jerky movement, but there will be no involvement of muscle stiffness and etc. In case of tonic, there is involvement of muscle stiffness and rigidity. In case of atonic, loss of muscle tone will be. So in this case, in this question, your option A is the correct answer. Tonic, clonic, convulsion, tongue biting, incontinence, frothing are the characteristics of grand mal or major epilepsy. It is known as grand mal epilepsy or major epilepsy. Now next question, what are the adverse effects of phenytoin? Or adverse effect of phenytoin is option A vestibulocerebellar syndrome, hyperplasia or hypertrophy of gum, teratogenicity, and option D all of the above. So in this case your answer is all of the above. First of all, we will discuss the mechanism of phenytoin. Okay, so you should remember the phenytoin is a diphenhydrantoin derivative. Okay, it is a hydrantoin derivative. Diphen means two phenyl rings. There will be two phenyl rings in a hydrantoin structure in the phenytoin. Okay, phenytoin क्या है? Phenytoin is an anti-epileptic drug और वो diphenhydrantoin derivative. Okay, so what is the mechanism of action of phenytoin? So it will block sodium and calcium influx into the axon of nerve. Then it will also inhibit the release of excitatory neurotransmitter. It will also potentiate the action of GABA. So it has a three mechanism of action. लास्ट ईयर में ऐसा ही क्वेश्चन पूछा था वेल्पोरेट एसिड के बारे में. सो व्हाट इज द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ एक्शन ऑफ वेल्पोरेट? So you should remember the mechanism of action. So you should remember the mechanism of action of phenytoin. So that is nothing but phenytoin will block entry of sodium and calcium into the nerve terminals, and it will inhibit the release of excitatory neurotransmitters. It will also increase the concentration of GABA. Okay, and that is used. This phenytoin is used in the partial and generalized tonic-clonic seizure, not used in the absence seizure. Okay, it is also used in the status epilepticus. Now we'll see what are the adverse effect of phenytoin. Okay, so you can remember the adverse effect of phenytoin by 6H. There are 6H, 6 hydrogen like. Okay, so first will be hypertrophy of gum, hyperplasia and hypertrophy of gum. Okay, then hirsutism. Hirsutism means there is a growth of hair on the face of female. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लड़कियों को दाढ़ी होती है क्या? नहीं होती. ठीक है, अगर फिनेटोइन लेंगे तो उनको दाढ़ी आ जाएगी, तो उसको बोलते हैं हिर्सोटिज्म. हिर्सोटिज्म मीन्स अनवांटेड ग्रोथ ऑफ बियर्ड एंड मुस्टैच ऑन द फेस ऑफ गर्ल. दैट इज नोन एज हिर्सोटिज्म. देन अगेन दिस फिनेटोइन will cause hyperglycemia. It will increase the blood sugar level. This phenytoin will cause fetal hydrantoin syndrome. Again hypersensitivity reactions will be there. Then hypertrophy of lymph node. So 6H. You can remember the adverse effect of phenytoin by 6H. So these are the things about this phenytoin. Okay. So इसमें आपका 3 क्वेश्चन कवर हो चुका है ऑलरेडी. Now we will take a next question. So what is next question? What is the mode of action of phenytoin? तो ऑलरेडी मैंने बोला है आपको, डोज डिपेंडेंट ब्लॉक ऑफ सोडियम चैनल, augmentation of GABA, A and B, none of the above. So in this case your answer is both. Now we will take a next question again. Acetazolamide is used clinically. Acetazolamide is used clinically. So what is use of acetazolamide? So your options in the treatment of epilepsy, as a diuretic, in the glaucoma, and all of them. So here in this case your answer is all of the above. So acetazolamide is used clinically, treatment of epilepsy, as a diuretic, glaucoma, and all of the above. So answer is all of the above. You should know what is acetazolamide. Acetazolamide is a diuretic. Majorly it is a diuretic, and it acts as a carbonic acid anhydrase inhibitor. So it is an inhibitor to carbonic acid anhydrase. एंड यू शुड नो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि व्हाट इज द कार्बोनिक एसिड अनहाइड्रेस, उसका रोल क्या है. सो व्हाट इज रोल ऑफ कार्बोनिक एसिड अनहाइड्रेस? सो कार्बोनिक एसिड अनहाइड्रेस will catalyze a reaction, that is it will convert carbon dioxide and water to the carbonic acid. So this carbonic acid anhydrous will convert carbon dioxide and water to the carbonic acid, and now this carbonic acid will break down into hydrogen ion H plus ion, and after its breakdown whatever H plus ion is there it will be exchanged with the sodium. आपको तो पता है कि किडनी में सोडियम हाइड्रोजन सोडियम एक्सचेंज पंप होता है, तो जो हाइड्रोजन मिलेगा आपको कार्बोनिक एसिड के ब्रेकडाउन की वजह से वो हाइड्रोजन सोडियम के साथ एक्सचेंज होगा, और क्या होगा, सोडियम फिर से अंदर आएगा, रीअब्सॉर्प्शन ऑफ सोडियम विल बी देयर. एस्टोजोलेमाइड क्या करता है कि उसको उस एंजाइम को इनहिबिट करता है. अगर एंजाइम को इनहिबिट कर दिया कार्बोनिक एसिड अनहाइड्रेस को, अगर एंजाइम को इनहिबिट कर दिया तो एंजाइम विल नॉट एबल टू प्रोड्यूस कार्बोनिक एसिड. कार्बोनिक एसिड बनेगा नहीं तो हाइड्रोजन आयन मिलेगा नहीं एक्सचेंज करने के लिए सोडियम को, तो सोडियम का एक्सचेंज होगा नहीं, मतलब सोडियम का एब्सॉर्प्शन होगा नहीं, सोडियम का क्या होगा, एक्सक्रीशन होगा, तो सोडियम के साथ वाटर भी जाएगा तो डायूरेसिस होगा. अगेन ये तो हो गया हाइड्रोजन आयन का. अगेन दिस कार्बोनिक आयन जो मिलता है दैट इज आल्सो कंबाइंड विद द सोडियम एंड कॉजेस रिएक्शन. तो हाइड्रोजन भी नहीं होगा और कार्बोनिक आयन भी नहीं होगा, तो क्या होगा, सोडियम का लॉस होगा और वाटर का भी लॉस होगा, डायूरेसिस होगा. One question cover. This acetazolamide is known as a self-limiting diuretic. Okay, it is known as a self-limiting diuretic. दूसरा क्वेश्चन कवर. तीसरा क्वेश्चन. So this acetazolamide is also used in the epilepsy. It will inhibit your carbonic anhydrase in the brain, and that is responsible for the anti-epileptic activity of acetazolamide. ठीक है, ये तीसरा क्वेश्चन कवर आपका. Okay, now it is also used in the glaucoma. Now what happens in the glaucoma? There is an increase in intraocular pressure or intraocular tension due to increased intraocular fluid. Acetazolamide will inhibit the carbonic anhydrase and will prevent the formation of vitreous fluid, that is in the intraocular fluid. Intraocular fluid का formation कम करेगा acetazolamide. So that's why it is also used in the glaucoma. Your fourth question cover. Okay, so in acetazolamide it is used clinically in the treatment of epilepsy, diuretics, glaucoma, that is all of the above. Okay, so इसमें भी आपका 4 क्वेश्चन कवर हो गए. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you need these questions are given in these books. If you want anybody is interested in this book, my number are given on the screen. You can order me. और प्लीज ये मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है यार आपसे कि ये वीडियो बनाने में बहुत टाइम लगता है, एडिट करने में भी टाइम लगता है, तो आपके लिए नए नए वीडियो लेके आता हूँ, तो प्लीज इसको लाइक कीजिए, आपके दोस्तों के साथ शेयर कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए चैनल को, बेल आइकन को प्रेस कीजिए ताकि आपको